Hi all, my name is Christine Tan and this is my career planning in kinesiology. When first thinking about what kind of career options there was for me in kinesiology, I was a bit unsure as to what was available that would be a good fit for me. Some of my values and interests is that I like being able to help others so that they can continue to improve and be their best selves. I also like using technology to help me in whatever I'm doing, and since our world is slowly becoming more tech savvy, I try to use it in my advantage and learn more about it. In addition to helping others and using technology, I love being creative and using creativity to help me understand people and the world around me. I think this puts me in multiple different types of industries and careers like computer programming, nursing, or art, so it was kind of hard for me to think about a specific career from the top of my head. Most traditional career paths, I believe, start off with getting a proper education so that we have a better understanding in the line of work that we want to go towards. For example, a person who is really technological advanced or really likes technology could earn a degree in computer science and then have some internships or some jobs within that field, and if they want to further their education, they can get a master's and then a doctorate in computer science so that they can go into careers like software development, computer network architect, or teach. For myself, I know I want a career that allows me to use both creativity and technology to develop ideas that can be beneficial for people. With that in mind, I have a couple of kinesiology careers that stood out to me, like physical therapy, biomechanical engineering, or ergonomics. These 4 careers stood out because they all embodied one or a couple of my values and interests. Physical therapy would allow me to work with people to help them with their needs, either through injury or disease. Biomechanical engineering would allow me to use both technology and creativity to design and improve tools that would help people in their daily lives for any sport or exercise practices. And according to Hoffman, ergonomics specialize in improving efficiency, safety, and well-being among workers. And I'm assuming probably through using technology to help these workers. In researching all these careers, they all are great, but I question how would these fit with my current academic area of study, and what kind of programs would I go into to help benefit me. So currently I am studying graphic design, which allows me to use technology and art to showcase designs that I would work with future clients. I love the idea of being both creative yet using technology to help people's ideas come to life so that they can be better represented in the world for their ambitions or their work. In this field, I need to be able to listen to people's needs and communicate to them if the idea is doable. If not, then I can help come up with another solution that would be more beneficial for their purpose. So, for example, a client would propose to me a certain logo. The logo may have too many elements to it, and I will try to suggest in simplifying it so that it's easier to notice and continue to have this kind of conversation until we have a set design together. This is how graphic design works with my values and interests of helping people using technology and being creative, like I mentioned before. With just graphic design, I probably would only be employed in design companies as an intern or just freelance on my own. I wouldn't be hired for positions like head designer or junior designer because of little experience, which might differ clearly if I had done more designer art-based internships to increase my experience. I think this chance would differ if I had other academic focuses, and probably I can add focuses like mechanical engineering, psychology, or kinesiology. So with design, you're already creating something. So if I added mechanical engineering, it's also another medium of designing and creating, but just in a different way. So I think those two would work hand in hand. psychology in design can go to something like art therapy and help people struggling using art as an outlet. And with kinesiology, according to Hoffman, is a discipline or body of knowledge that studies human physical activity. And just thinking about it, like pairing it with art, it would be able to construct a unique point of view in physical approaches and practices that could create new ideas and probably new methods to enhance physical activity. I think employers with innovative ideologies in design in their firms are who would be most beneficial to me if I was to add more than one academic focus. Previously, before I stuck to graphic design, I was going into academia for computer programming. Looking back on it now, it probably would have been a better choice for me to still be in computer programming while adding graphic design, because it would have allowed me to be more than just designing something artistic, but also practical, like a working website for clients to use. So combining my current academic study with another focus would not only benefit me, but probably the people I end up helping. My values and interests have always been the same: to use technology and creativity to help people. So in researching a multitude of careers like physical therapy or computer programming or biomechanical engineering, to find what is the best fit for me, I know I had to evaluate the skills I have and the skills I need and would like to acquire. With my current academic focus, I know I am skillful in design, creativity, communications, problem solving, and technology. Since I personally would like to use more technology in my focus, I would probably like to develop skills in math and sciences to help me understand more about what goes into the mechanics and programs. To acquire them, I would need classes that would help educate me more in those fields. And in addition to being educated, trying to find internships in places like sportswear company or a job at a gym or somewhere with technological advances that would help me understand what designs would better help a person and his or her needs to perform their best in their specific practice. With all of that in mind, the area of study that would be the best in support of my current academic focus is biomechanical engineering, specifically in sports engineering. I thought this would be a good fit because it can hold both the creative aspect of engineering, but the technological advances of tools used to understand more about human physical activity, which Hoffman mentions that it is not only to improve or enhance performance effectiveness, but also prevent injury. A great quote from Hoffman illustrates one of the careers in biomechanical engineering that helped me consider the career. What? Career opportunities in biomechanics, where they perform experiments that address problems of interest to various industries or assist with product development. For example, to design better footwear, a biomechanist working at a footwear corporation would collaborate with design engineers to understand the interaction between people's anatomy, the way they move, and the forces that act on them. This quote put a picture in my head that biomechanics doesn't only work in a lab or a research facility, but they could also work in areas that is used for design. Biomechanical engineering can branch out to different areas of careers, but the one I wanted to highlight is sport engineering. According to Dr. David James of Sports Engineering Research Group of Sheffield Hallam University, he states that a career in sports engineering is the perfect way to combine their passion for sport and technology. In essence, sport engineering is concerned with the research and development of technologies for the sports industry. The subject is fundamentally technical in its nature and attempts to quantify the performance gains that might be achieved through particular design or method. Sport engineering uses aspects of biomechanical engineering to help understand the mechanics and machinery used for research. In addition to that, it uses technology to track and design tools and equipment that will be beneficial for the consumer. In a course description of Nottingham Trent University, it states that the sport engineering industry is attracting interest and investment from sports clubs, sportswear and equipment manufacturers, as well as health and well-being apps and wearable technology developers. You'll design and develop sport technology concepts and devices, working on projects set by organizations that could be helping athletes get the most out of their training programs, maximizing sporting performance, or developing sport equipment and technology that gains advantages over competitors. So clearly, sport engineering is an upcoming demand that more than just athletes are coming to them for aid and input. On Indeed.com, which is a website that you can find different careers in different entry levels. So the lowest, or like the first entry-level position in sport engineering, are mostly internships, either in things like product fit or performance or just research. But as you move up to mid-level, there are a lot more opportunities for collaborations, for example, in fashion and jobs like footwear development. If that was the goal, having my design background along with sport engineering would allow me to analyze both sides in developing shoes that would be both efficient for physical activity but also unique with style and design. So I think sport engineering is a good fit because it is a unique career option for me, since it has a good combination in using technological advancement with design creativity to help people in their daily lives, physical activity, or sport performance. Thank you.